I'm watching your show because I'm trying to learn about YouTube.
You're very good at what you do.
And don't worry, this isn't the outdated and obvious tips that you already know. We're gonna be getting into the practical stuff that you could use immediately. The next tip is to adapt outliers. I'll level with you. The best time to start on YouTube was 2012. But now is the second best time to start. And that's not some rah-rah, seize the moment type speech. It's about the data. You see, YouTubers in 2012 had the first mover advantage. They were early, they had less competition, but all of us have the second mover advantage. Since YouTube is over 20 years old now, you can see which video ideas or outliers have already taken off and adapt them. And what are outliers? Well, here are a few examples. They're basically videos that perform so above and beyond a channel's normal audience that they must be tapping into something more. Like there's something about the video's topic or format or packaging that you should study and adapt, which we'll talk about how to do in a moment. And the bigger the outlier, the more you should take notice. In fact, I asked Mr. Beast how he finds outliers like these to make videos that end up getting hundreds of millions of views. And here's what he said. I thought it was so interesting how you've studied outliers. And I want to talk about that video, the dollar versus series. Talk about the inspiration, because I don't think people realize how you came to that. And then I got a ton of follow-ups with that.
Yeah, 100%. So for the $1 versus, the thing is, we've all seen BuzzFeed did it. But also, not only did BuzzFeed, but it's just like people across every format on YouTube, beauty channels, gaming channels, everyone was doing videos where they'd compare something cheap to something expensive. And they usually did well. And what I like to do is if I see something going viral across like multiple, formats all across YouTube, then it's like, okay, that seems to be something people really like. And, they're really interested in that content. So maybe I should just do that like in a really beast way on the channel.
And sometimes creators like Nick Giovanni, who's one of the biggest food creators out there, don't even bother with certain ideas if they're not outliers or haven't already performed well on other channels, because this is a sign that viewers may not be interested.
It comes down to a deep dive on, has this been done before and how did it do? I think that's always important to look at. Not to say that you can't take a concept that has been done before and not make it better. But if people aren't interested in something, there's sometimes where it's just like, this may not be worth our time.
You mean looking at it in terms of other channels, other genres?
It can be really helpful to go and see, okay, 10 people have tried to make a video trying the best burgers in the world, and no one seems to be that interested in it. And so that might not be worth the time. And that's a good sort of first test to see, has this been done?
You can also do this with shorts. I was actually with Jimmy when he was filming this running video, which was inspired by Daniel LaBelle and adapted to feel more like Mr. Beast with bags of money. And it's crazy how much Jimmy tries to elevate things, because he filmed this entire short when I was there. Then he scrapped it because it didn't look good enough and went back to film it again with different props. And I even tried taking part in the running video when the money was the heaviest. And let's say it got a little embarrassing for me.
I gotcha. Yeah, we'll give them some help.
Oh my God, this is...
2, 1.
But here's where it got even more interesting. Jimmy saw that short did well on his channel. And then he did it again, this time with bigger and bigger Feastable bars, which I think is a key nuance. In other words, you could also study your own outliers and then double down. And actually, Patty Galloway told me how he does this with his creators like Jesser to help him grow past 25 million subscribers.
It's just a simple question of, what are the 5 or 6 best performing videos I've made on my channel? Could I make them again in some form? Could I adapt them? Could I make a series out of this video? With Jesser going to 3 NBA games in 24 hours, we've done that same video 4 times, probably going to go on 5, 6 times. Each time we just put a little twist. It's like playoff games instead of regular games. It's 7 games in 4 days instead of 3. It can kind of go infinitely like that.
And now if you're wondering, okay, well, John, how in the world do I find these outlier ideas? Well, there's actually a step-by-step process that I've outlined here, and I'll show you a much faster way to do it in a few moments. But to find an outlier in your niche, all you have to do is this. Number 1, open up your YouTube app and search 3 to 4 words related to your niche. Then go to search filters and sort by view count, video, and anytime. This is key because essentially you're asking YouTube to turn off its algorithm for just a moment to show you the videos that have the most viewed. Then scroll and click on these top videos, and then click one more time to see the subscriber count of the channel that uploaded the video. And what you're looking for here are videos that have over 5 times more views than the subscriber count of the channel that uploaded it. And if you make a list of these outliers and reference them, they'll help you so much when you brainstorm your ideas.